Hi, we're Bill and Kim Nash, and welcome to our show. The purpose of the show every week is to come to you and share a little music, hopefully is uplifting. We try to be uplifting.
Yes, we do.
And to also let you know about our Champions Kids Camp, which is now only 4.5 weeks away. We'll tell you more about that in a minute. We're very excited about everything that's going on there. But our first song, I believe you want to introduce.
I did. I would like to introduce this song simply because in 1966...
When I was 6.
When you were 6, thank you.
This many.
You can count. That's good. I tricked her. That's how I got this beautiful woman. But in 66, I had come to Houston to go to the University of Houston. I started in 65 at U of H. And so I ended up in this band, and I've got a picture of them here in my hand. I made a couple of notes. All of you Houstonians, you're going to be interested in this because the guy right behind me playing the bass guitar that night was Edgar Winter, the guy that did the Frankenstein album. Do you remember the Frankenstein? No, you were just 6 years old.
I've heard about it, and yes, I've heard some of the music from there, but I wasn't there when it came out.
Yes, of course. Well, anyway, Edgar could play every instrument on the stage. He played guitar, he played bass guitar, he played what do you call those, marimbas? Is that what you call them? The little mallets that you use on the... Anyways, he played keyboards, he played saxophone. There wasn't anything. I remember one night one of the players couldn't show up, and Edgar just took their instrument and played the whole gig. And we became good friends in those days, and I always remembered what a great talent. He would turn around from singing loud rock and roll, and then he would sing a country song. I remember us singing, Fraulein, Fraulein, yeah, walk down by the river, we could carry on. And Edgar could do it. It was amazing. And the guy next to him, playing the lead guitar with his back in the picture to you, his name is Gene Kurtz.
What a sweet guy.
Gene was a wonderful, great friend, a great bass player, actually. I worked with Gene on other projects as well after that. But he wrote with Roy Head, Treat Her Right. You remember that? I'm going to tell you a story. But anyways, Gene is in that rock and roll heaven waiting on all of us up there. And in that picture there, you can see if Edgar's playing bass and Gene's playing lead guitar, we're doing a country song. That's all I do know. I do remember that outfit I'm wearing. Had gold pants and a dark green jacket. I was hot stuff that night with a tie. Can you believe that?
You look like a baby.
I do.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
Do you still like me there?
Yeah, I like you there, and I like you here.
Oh, you do? Well,
yeah.
I like that you like me here. If you like you here, too. Anyways, I'm just talking about the Golden Fleece down on Market Square where Edgar Winter and Gene Kurtz and I were playing music for about 2 years. And we gathered up some great fans. I signed with Mercury Records in those days as well. When I cut for the Good Times, I met Chris Christopherson in those days. And I just wanted to share that with you. Just a short intro. And I'm writing a Golden Fleece Edgar Winter. It's in our new book.
Yeah, all those stories.
Is done, and we're doing the very final edit. Now we got all the pictures in, and this picture
There's a lot of pictures.
This picture will be in there. I won't show it to you because Kirby's going to put it up on the screen. But this song that we sang, that we're going to sing for you right now, is called The Letter. And it's the shortest song I ever sang in a rock and roll band.
And you learned it there.
I learned it there, but then years later, when Kim and I got married and moved to Nashville, we had a writing session with the guy that wrote this song, The Letter.
Wayne Carson.
Wayne Carson. And a few years after he wrote The Letter, he wrote, You Were Always on My Mind.
You may have heard that. I don't know.
I wrote, You're Always in My Room. And I said, but it didn't have the same impact as You're Always on My Mind. That's my humor. It's terrible. I thank you, but Kirby and I love that kind of humor.
And I think it's time to sing the song now.
Do you? Are you ready? Okay, well, anyway, we wrote a song with Wayne Carson. I was just going to tell that real quick. Come on, look. So here, the great Wayne Carson, right? I'm telling you, this guy's a great songwriter. So we go out to his house in Franklin, Tennessee. Me and Kim drive out there that morning for a 10 o'clock session. And we get there.
We were very excited to meet him.
We were, and the big dog meets us, and he lets us in, and we come in. On the ground floor was his studio, because in Nashville, you know, you got mountains and hills and all this kind of thing, and they build their houses around it. So his studio was out there where he does his writing. So he said, hey, y'all, excuse me, I'll be back in a minute. So we sat down on the couch, and the dog's licking us.
We were petting the dog.
Carrie and I were trying to do our best to, well, that's a big dog. I hope he does like us. So about 10 minutes goes by, and I said,
15 minutes.
She says, well, where do you think Wayne went?
You
I said, well,
better
he said
check on him.
Going in there to the house. So I said, I'll go check. So I walk up the 2 steps, Opened the door and goes right into the kitchen, and there's Wayne sitting at his kitchen table, and he was having a joint. It was like, he said, man, I got to relax.
Before I get started.
Wow, yeah, and I can see it's like, oh, you're going to write with this beautiful woman and her old husband. Anyways,
Anyway, we wrote a
kidding.
song after that, and it was a good song.
We did, and you know the name of it was Everything Love Should Be.
Maybe we'll do it one week.
We might do that.
But right now, we need to do the song that all of this
Letter.
was.
I love this song. The only thing
connected
wrong
to.
with this song is it's not twice as long as it is. This was the fastest song that went down, and I love to do it. So here it is for you. Hope you enjoy it. The Box Tops made it famous. It's called The Letter. 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me a ticket for an aeroplane. I ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby's done wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend, gotta get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby's done wrote me a letter. Well, she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see I gotta get back to my baby once more? Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. I ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby's done wrote me a letter. Well, she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see I gotta get back to my baby once more? Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. I ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby's done wrote me a letter. My baby's done wrote me a letter. Yeah. We're done now. My baby's done wrote me a letter.
And now I'm gonna feel better.
Better, because I wrote you a letter.
Okay. Just, then we'll go in. Okay.
Hey, anyway, you should talk about Champions Kids Camp now. We need to quit doing
Yeah.
this. Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
I feel especially
listening.
silly today.
Well, that's because you're married to Billy.
I'm naturally silly. Okay, let's.
I don't think Kirby may keep any of this, but if he does, it'll be funny. It won't be funny. It'll be funny to us. Okay.
So
Talk about Champions Kids Camp.
I will talk
We're just
about
being
Champions
kids
Kids
again
Camp.
already.
Well, yeah, we're already getting ready to be kids again. All the adults that show up get to be kids again at
Yes,
Champions
for a
Kids
whole
Camp.
week.
Be silly, have fun, clap for all the kids doing the zip line and climbing the rock wall, and we do high fives to encourage them. All of our children
Right.
at Champions Kids Camp are between the ages of 8 to 12, our campers, and they've all been through a traumatic event, traumatic circumstances. We have foster kids. We've had kids who have lost their parents tragically in an accident. We've had survivors of cancer. Like our son Billy is a survivor of leukemia, and he was the inspiration for us starting Champions Kids Camp for kids who've been through trauma. Of course, they're going to have a fabulous week. They're going to be surrounded by love and encouragement. And one thing that's assigned to us that it's really life-changing is that so many of our campers come back to be interns between the ages of 13 and 15 to help with the younger kids. Then they come back to be champs. We don't call them counselors because to a lot of these campers, they've been through counseling and they just kind of close up. So it was suggested to us that we call them champs, and they're their buddies. And these are, most all of them are former campers now. And that's the long-term life-changing effect we want to have on
Right.
these kids that show up at camp. Of course, all this is wonderful, and it does take money. And we do appreciate you, that all of you who have already responded to our emails, our Facebook about sponsoring kids.
Right.
It's $500 to sponsor a child. But if you can't do that, anything will add up, and
It
we'll
all
be
adds
able
up.
to bring more kids to camp.
Right.
And we just appreciate your support so much. We are so excited that we're going to still be able to have camp, thanks to Carolina Creek Christian Camp, who is open, and they are going to extreme measures to make sure everyone is safe. So don't worry about that from the virus. We're going to keep it clean, stay safe, and have a fun time.
Right, hand washing for everybody, and a lot of different protocols that are going to go on to keep us
We
all
have our little
safe
buff, so
and-
we pull up. I should have
Yeah.
worn the buff today.
Oh yeah, we could. Maybe we
yeah.
will next Sunday.
But,
next Sunday?
Next week, whenever the next time we're doing this. But right now, it's time to do another song, and we decided that it would be fun to go back to our Nashville catalogs when we
Nashville.
were recording at Sony, and we
Yes,
had
we had a
go
deal
ahead.
come up that we had a good friend who got us a deal with Electra Asylum Records, and he said, let's write toward that and let's cut these songs, and we did. We cut 7 of them at Sony Studios in Nashville
duets.
for us,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was like so exciting and this and that. Those of you that are thinking about being songwriters or artists, this is what you go through as
We're
artists
sorry.
and songwriters. Yeah. But it's fulfilling. I mean, you got to
It
follow
is.
your dream, because it will take, if you go as far as you can see at that point, you'll be able to see further once you get there. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to play you a song each
But
week
anyway,
from
you
now
didn't
on.
tell what happened, and then Asylum.
Oh, yes, Asylum Records. So what happened was...
Finish the story.
Along came Warner Brothers, and they bought up Electra Asylum. They downsized it.
Our
and they
contacts
said,
there that were pushing
yeah,
us.
The
We're
president
gone.
of that company was no longer the prez and was out looking to be prez somewhere else.
But
et
you know
cetera, et
what?
cetera.
We came out with some great songs. And this
We
next
did.
song we wrote with our buddy Lewis Anderson, who's just a genius. You're a genius, Lewis, if you do watch this. And this is one of our favorite songs. I think we wrote the whole time we were in Nashville, and it's about love.
Love. Were you not going to tell the title?
No,
I mean, because
no,
we did that
I'm-
earlier when we were rehearsing about,
Well, I can't tell you the title. It's
just
against
can't.
my rules.
Okay, well, we're not going to tell you the title.
You'll
can
know
hear
it when it
for
gets to the
yourself.
chorus.
Here you go. Enjoy it. TGI Friday, it's been an extra hard week. Pick up on line 2, and I hear you speak. Just the sound of your voice turns around my whole day, and I can't describe the feeling I get when you touch me that way.
I count my blessings, 'cause you seem to know just how to love me when I need you most. Might be one tender word, just a look on your face, but I can't describe the feeling I get when you touch me that way. You touch the heart of me. You claim that secret part of me. No one else ever knew till you. Well, I've tried and I've tried to find words to say, but I can't describe the feeling I get when you touch me that way. You touch the heart
I can't describe the feeling I get. I can't describe the feeling I get when you touch me that way.
Yeah, it's not touch you this way. It's when you touch me this way, like clean the toilets, do the
you were
dishes.
supposed to tell that's my job.
And that tender look you give me too. And
While I'm cleaning the toilet.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
sitting
love
up,
that.
I'm down on one knee going, hey, honey, how you doing?
Thank you, Lewis, for writing that song with us. And now we're going to do our last song.
I wash the dishes too.
He does. He is a good boy.
And I always say, do I get points for this?
Oh,
And
yes,
she goes,
yes.
You get a lot of points.
You can bring me flowers, but
Oh,
if you'll clean the kitchen and the
The
toilet.
flowers got old when the kitchen needed cleaning up. It was like,
Okay,
can't you clean
I think
up the
we've
kitchen?
beaten that
How
up.
about the laundry? Who does the laundry?
He does the laundry.
I know. How did I get trained right? Whoa.
I cook. I really cook good.
She does cook, and I don't mind the eating, but I just don't like the cooking.
I help you sometimes.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
Moving right ahead. This next song we wrote quite a few years ago, actually. I'm not going to give the title away. But one night, I don't know if you'll remember about 10, 15 years ago when I was a late night person. So at
to
night,
say the least.
late at night, they would play all these commercials for psychics.
Cheap time, too.
I mean, it was just
You could buy
all the
airtime.
time, and it grated on me. And so I started this song, and we finished writing this song. You'll understand why.
Yes, and it's also one of the things we always love, the R&B stuff that Aretha Franklin did, and of course Whitney Houston was a little bit of everything. What great talents they were, and then I like Sam and Dave and all that, and so
There's a little Sam and Dave in this,
a
maybe.
little bit of all of that
Oh.
kind of stuff in us, and we hope you enjoy it.
We made it fun.
Yes, we did.
Hope
Here
you like
go.
it.
Hope you like it.
I don't need my fortune told. Don't need to get no psychic on the line. When there's something that I need to know, well, I need to know it's right. And there's only one authority, and he's the only one I need. I know the one who knows it all. And he's the one I turn to when my back's against the wall. When I need an answer, I know who to call. I know the one who knows it all. Yeah. Tell me that.
I'll work. I listen to the weatherman when those clouds are gathering overhead, and when trouble's trying to cloud my mind, well, I tune into his word instead. Oh, I look around and see the sign, and I'm reminded every time
I know the one who knows it all. And he's the one I turn to when my back's against the wall. When I need an answer, I know who to call. I know the one who knows it all. The light the world is looking for in its darkest hour is the one that made the universe, 'cause he's got the power. Yeah. I know the one who knows it all. And he's the one I turn to when my back's against the wall. When I need an answer, I know who to call. I know the one who knows it all.